Hello, conscious dancers. I am again doing double lives, so give me just one moment. I'm going to invite my friend. There we go. And here she is. Okay. Yes, there we are. Hello, Conscious Dancers. My name is Diana from the Conscious Dance Festival. And here we are in our Thursdays interviews where we meet here in Instagram and Facebook with different facilitators from the Conscious Dance Festival, 7 p.m. every Thursday. And we talk about dance and consciousness and also different approaches to conscious dance. And today we have a friend called Tamara Romaniuk, and she is going to present Open Floor in our next festival online, which is happening this Sunday, 18th of April, and you're all very welcome to join us. And hello, Tamara, welcome.
Hello, hello. Hey, nice to meet you here on Instagram, all of you who are coming, and really pleasure to talk with Diana, and also really pleasure to be invited to the festival. I'm looking forward. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're very, very happy to have you sharing with us Open Floor. Interestingly, we have had Open Floor only one time on the festival in the in-person 2018 in Berlin.
Okay.
So I'm very much looking forward to your
Okay.
class this Sunday.
Yeah.
So maybe, and would probably some of our viewers don't know what Open Floor is. And I invite you to share with us, what is this? What is this
Mm,
approach to consciousness? What is happening there? What do we do?
mm. Okay, so I'm going to start with my own words, which like really fits to me. Everyone would probably describe open floor in different way because it's pretty rich and pretty wide and it's very open. So I would say that it's about learning what does it mean to be human being on this planet. It's about learning how to embrace everything, what's happening on the individual level and the global level, and be present with our emotions, with our thoughts, with our sensation in our body. Um, how to how to find the right direction, a purpose, how to lose yourself, and then maybe even come back and say I'm sorry and say I'm fucked up and still stay with open heart. And of course I'm using here words, but we are expressing that with movement vocabulary. And it's very rich practice, which involves somatic movement, which involves conscious dance, which has elements of therapeutic elements, very precise exercises. It's easy to find. For me, it's very easy to search individually for what you need and find answers. And the
When,
framework is pretty, yeah.
when you
I could
say
go.
that, do you mean like you bring you come in with an intention, or you come in with an issue that you want to look at?
Not necessary. Maybe you're coming from the place that everything is fine, and maybe you're coming from the place where you're searching for something. All is fine. So we move and include. We embrace what's present in the moment, and we start to pay attention to what arises through our dance, what arises also in our relationships. And we say in open floors that we always have 4 basic hungers as human beings. We so much long for, sometimes, for solitude, maybe not so much in those times, but normally, yes, solitude is something which is a human need. We long for connection, like one-on-one. We long for connection in a bigger scale, like with a group, with a society, with religion, with a country. And we also long for something bigger than us, which is a spirit, or a magic, or however you would call it. And those hungers are moving inside of us and outside of us in our relation all the time. So that's a one of structure of open floor of work, and it's called it's the format is called 4x4, which says 4 hungers times 4 levels of embodiment. So everything what is happening, it's also we are noticing how it is, how it feels, how it is in our embodied mind, how it is in our body, and what arises through our dance in a spiritual way as well.
Okay. I'm trying to imagine this. So it works with acceptance, I understand. Yeah, to accepting what is arising.
Acceptance or question or curiosity.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you need. Yeah, whatever you need personally in the moment. It's very creative and yeah, creative and yeah, it's about finding yourself and finding also what you need.
Okay, so it's a guided practice. I understand it well.
It is a guidance practice to the place where you can guide yourself, right? I don't find myself so much as a teacher. I find myself as a guide who is guiding people to reconnect with themselves, to find themselves as their own guide through listening to their body, through basically listening to themselves.
You mentioned the word therapeutic, so it has a therapeutic component also.
Yeah, it has a therapeutic effect. And in open floor, we have different tracks which you can follow, which there is a therapy in motion, there is art in motion, and there is simply movement track. So yeah, you can choose what calls you.
Remind me the first, art in motion, and what was the
therapy in motion,
therapy motion? Okay.
art in motion, and simply movement track.
Okay, I find the art in motion fascinating. I've never tried out. I don't know if you offer it. I remember one open floor teacher who I know who is sharing this work.
Yeah, I'm fascinated about that too. I include a lot of art because this is also my background. I finished Academy of Fine Art in Poland, so I love to mix of art expression with movement. It's yeah, it's 2 different languages which so beautifully merge and they support each other, and it can get very rich and it can go very deep.
So I am interested in the background of the approach. maybe I'm wrong, but I want to ask this. I have the feeling open floor is an approach that it's, let's say, pretty new in the last, what is it, maybe 10 years?
Yeah, I believe it started somewhere around 2012,
Mhm.
2004. Yeah, something like
Yes.
that. Starting to build. Yeah, so it is pretty new, and it's slowly growing, and it's rich in a context that it's built from the knowledge of teachers who are very experienced from all over the world, and they came together and they built a curriculum which is really rich. So and in that way, I know that it's not so easy to talk about open floor because of its richness, and because of its openness, which combines so much inside. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in general, talking about what we do with consciousness is it's a big challenge because it's about your own experience,
Mhm.
experiencing it um,
Yeah.
in your own body,
Yeah.
embodying it,
Absolutely.
so you can understand it by having the experience and not because you're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. It's so much about experience. However,
yes.
there is a science. So there is a science included. Um, Yeah, it's so much about relational work as well.
Hmm.
It's so much about how to be with each other, how to relate, how to listen, how to witness each other. So all of that, which is so needed in our world, and we can experience on the dance floor through the dance in different way, in different language. Uh, yeah, when you enter the floor, open floor, you simply extend your vocabulary, your movement vocabulary, and it's like learning a little bit a new language. But in this case, this is our common language. It's international. Body language is international, right? We
Yes.
sense each other through movement. Uh, we immediately are, connecting in different ways and through the language. And still, it's possible to expand your vocabulary. So it's easier for you to connect maybe with another human being, which maybe it's more difficult. It's easier to expand vocabulary and maybe embrace other qualities which are around you.
I'm thinking about when you say to expand the vocabulary of the body. Um, I will think about the conditioning that we have. It's not when we get conditioned. I mean, let's explain it a little bit from the beginning. When we are born, we are pure, like a blank paper, unwritten. Yeah, and then little by little, they are giving us informations. Yeah, the conditioning, the
Yeah.
society, they're giving us a religion, they're giving us a language, they're giving us a name, they're giving us a family, a society, and we are creating all these layers of conditioning.
Right.
And what I have, what I understand and also experiencing myself is to see that this conditioning is not only happening on the let's say, mind layer, but it's also happening in the body. So I am Latina, I'm Colombian.
Mhm.
So I have a certain way of movements that when I go to Germany, it's like very different
Mm.
how a German moves and how a Colombian moves. And it's not about saying this is right or this is wrong. If you put two children, German and Colombian, together, they're just gonna dance. They're just gonna go crazy with the movement but you put two adults from these two different conditionings, and I don't know, maybe I am gonna start dancing salsa and the German is gonna start dancing techno, I would say now. Yes. So it's very interesting to see how the bodies are also being conditioned. And I love what you just said about expanding the vocabulary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So translating your words to open floor words, we are working from habit to choice. So when two people from two different countries meet, they have their own habits from their culture, right? So we come to the dance floor and we meet those habits different, and then we start to recognize, oh, that's my habit, this is your habit, and how would it be to embrace a little bit from you? How would it be to move maybe like in a way like you're moving? So this is one of the way of expanding your vocabulary. So I'm starting to understand you better in this way.
Yeah.
Huh?
Beautiful, beautiful. I work a lot. I'm fascinated about the breaking conditionings. Yeah, because this is how we move through the world. Conditioned. This is what I learned, and this is what I think I am. And in the moment we start doing um, inner work, yeah, when we start working in this personal development, that's where we start breaking these layers of conditioning and to see that the body carries it is something that I'm always very I love to watch this because we think these are the movements that we have, and um, to expand that, I really love the expression of expanding the vocabulary of the body. I love this.
Great. I love that you love it. I love it too. Yeah, it's about expanding our potential as human beings, because we come to this earth with so much possibilities and so
Yes.
much beauty and so much, and also with challenges. So yeah, it's about learning how can we expand the beauty which is there inside of us already, which we've got in the package when we've been born, and it's been somehow forgotten over the years because of conditioning. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And it's to reclaim,
Yeah.
yes, our birthright of that's our
Yeah.
freedom. That's actually what
Yeah.
freedom means.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so many other practices are doing the same, right? It's and every practice has slightly different language and slightly different exercises, slightly. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So for everyone who's watching us right now, this Sunday, 18th of April, 4 o'clock p.m. Berlin time, we're going to have Tamara sharing with us an open floor class. Yeah, you can reconnect with yourself. You can look into deeper layers of your conditioning, and have your own experience of what this means, what we're talking about here right now. And we're going to also have on the 25th of June, our first retreat edition on the island of Lesbos, Greek island. And you're all very, very welcome to join us. It's going to be a 5 days experience, 25th till the 29th of June. More information on our website, or just click the link in the bio. Tamara, you are Polish. You live now in Berlin since 7 years.
Yes.
You are also a somatic coach, I would say.
Yeah, I call it or embodied coach. Yes. Mhm.
Embodied coach, yes. And at one point in your life, you decided to move and learn open floor.
Mm.
What? Tell us a little bit about your history, because I'm always
Mm.
very curious how we decide to
Mm.
go these paths.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Thank you for this question. Um, well, in my case, it was when I was about 40 years old, and I started to feel like, oh, I have a good life. I actually had a pretty good life. I had like a big house, 2 cars. I was kind of businesswoman. I was running my own company, And there was something under my skin which was telling me, I'm not totally happy here. And I started to search, and I went through my therapy process. I started to dance in the same time, like crazy. and then everything turned upside down. And I said, I have to close this chapter of my life, and I need to search for something which really I care for. And yeah, and I sold everything and I came to Berlin. And I came to this city without really knowing anything what I'm going to do here. I didn't know one person. Well, no, sorry, I knew one person. I didn't know language. And I started to search, but dance, really dance helped me to put my steps and to have enough trust to search and to also receive what was coming to me. And Open Floor came, and it really felt for me like being at home. Yeah.
I understand you're the, I'm gonna dare to say this, the main facilitator for Open Floor in Berlin, if I'm not wrong.
No, there is four or five others. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I see your name popping a lot. That's why
I am active. Let's say that I am very active in
yes.
Berlin. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I'm very
nice.
passionate about this work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah, I love the story. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, because sometimes we really need to go very, like in a ditch, or to go in a place where we need to wake up. It's like a wake up call where we say, okay, life is not only about working and money and success. It's way much more than that.
Yeah.
It's about this. Yeah, it's about discovering myself and my journey as a human being, walking this path from my birth until death. I mean, it's pretty short time. It looks like a long time and we take it for granted.
Totally
But
short. Totally short.
short time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I would say that, it's actually when we are lucky, when we hit this wall in a way where something
doesn't feel like in the moment.
When something is calling to wake up, we are actually lucky in this moment, which doesn't feel in this moment. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So guys, this Sunday, 18th of April, 4 p.m. Berlin time, you're all very welcome to join us. Tamara is going to be there. I am going to be there too. And then we're going to have other facilitators. We're going to have live music. So come join us, have this experience. We're very, very much looking forward. Thank you so much, Tamara. It was a pleasure to
Thank you
have
so
you.
too. Thank you. Thank you for all of you who are watching. Yeah, and hope to meet you. Hope to meet you in on Sunday.
Thank you. Everyone, see you on Sunday, or see you maybe next week, Thursday, here, 7 p.m. for our next live interview. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.